This is kind of what you get when you hire me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what you kind of get. Like, it's not going to be a quick fix. It's not going to be overnight. It's going to be, we believe, built to last. It's going to be built on rock. And that's everything. So obviously, can you turn the ball over 4 times and win? No, I get that, right? But like, why are we turning the ball over? Like, why? Like, I take accountability to the guys. I did a poor job last week of preparing for the crowd noise. I didn't do a good enough job. And that's not an excuse. That's me, honestly. I hate when coaches get up here and say it's on me. I honestly did not do a good enough job.
Nobody's surprised, Matt. Nobody's surprised.
You're blaming crowd noise? Okay, I just can't.
They weren't prepared. No, they weren't prepared for the crowd noise. Because I wasn't aware that the crowd would make noise. Because my crowd never does.
Yeah, who would cheer for that? Gosh, he makes me sick.
See, we talked about that soundbite, and we used the shorter version of it. Do you have access to that soundbite again? Because I want people to hear the shorter version of it. Because I think the shorter version of it, and we really only need the first 5 seconds maybe, and then as I heard it for the first time, I went, "Yep, exactly." You let me know when it's ready. You have it? No, we don't have it. Just let me know when it's ready. And that, of course, is our favorite Matt Rule. By the way, it's not going to be built to last. It's not going to be built on rock. It might be built under rock, not on top of it. Look, I think Matt Rule is a good coach. He's not amazing. There's nothing special about him. But I don't know if there is anybody who would take the Nebraska job that can fix what ails Nebraska. They are landlocked. It is, while they did get 94,000 people to watch their volleyball team play, which is awesome, and a credit to the program and a credit to the people who went and all of that, there are too many better options for college football than to go to Nebraska. It's, for this, you're not even as good as Iowa. Anyway, I don't mean to disparage anybody from Nebraska or Iowa. That was not the point of all of that. Here's all you needed to hear from Matt Rule after their multi-point loss to Colorado.
This is kind of what you get when you hire me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what you kind of get. Like,
there you go. That's it. You don't need anything else.
No.
It was 36-10 or 36-13. They got squashed by Colorado. Colorado appears to be very, very good. We'll talk about them in a little bit because they have a rivalry game this weekend, Colorado State, which is one of those early season, hey, this might be fun. Holy crap, it is.
Right.
Right? And it's a little spicier now, but we'll tee that up for a little bit later on. First, to the Carolina Panthers, bad news. Brady Christensen will go on IR or is on IR and will be there for at least the next 4 weeks. Biceps injury he suffered very late in the loss to the Falcons. He played all 77 snaps, so it's obviously something that he wasn't sure was a problem, but obviously is, and he will miss the next 4 weeks. Chandler Zavala, who started at right guard, the rookie from NC State, chances are, Frank Reich has not said exactly what his plans are, but chances are Zavala will flip over to the left side. That's where he played at NC State, right next to his friend, Ike Ekwonu. So maybe that'll be a tandem that Carolina can utilize going forward, at least in the absence of Christensen. That leaves Cade Mays, who was drafted a year ago, Nash Jensen, who I believe is an undrafted free agent this year or a late-round draft pick. Anyway, he impressed in training camp. Or Calvin Throckmorton. Gosh, I love that name. I absolutely love that name. Anyway, those three will either combine or vie for the other guard spot that is open. Remember, they're still waiting for reinforcements on the offensive line. The Panthers need their offensive line to be on point because you're trying to protect for a rookie quarterback, and it's not like Carolina's got loads of playmakers that force teams to adjust what they want to do. That's the problem with Carolina, is that there's no reason to need to adjust. Like, I don't have to take anything away. Maybe I take the running game away. Honestly, because Carolina should be a good running team. Without having game-breaking, players in the backfield, they should be a good running team. So, I'd stack the line and dare Carolina's receivers to make big plays with a rookie quarterback who doesn't get a ton of time to throw. I don't know. That seems like a good plan to me if I were an opposing defense. Jaycee Horn is out again. I understand this sounds like a broken record, and you feel bad for him, you feel bad for the team, you feel bad for the fans. Again, I feel bad for Jaycee Horn because legitimately, this is 3 different injuries, right? He's now wearing the label of injury prone. And this is a muscle injury. This is a hamstring injury. These are the types of things that just don't really get better.
No.
It takes a long time. It takes a month longer than you think it takes to fully rehab a hamstring. Hopefully, it's not a big deal. Hopefully, he'll be back soon. But you really have to exercise caution when it comes to the hamstring. They did sign 2 new players to the practice squad. One is a wide receiver who Frank Reich has some familiarity with, a wide receiver who played with the Indianapolis Colts the last couple of years, didn't catch a lot of passes, total of 5. Michael Strachan, who is a 6'5", 220-pound wide receiver who runs a 4.54 40-yard dash. Okay, that's fast. It's not necessarily fast by wide receiver standards today, but if you're 6'5", and you're over 200 pounds and you do that, I'm going to put you in the fast category. The more intriguing signing for me to the practice squad is former North Carolina A&T star Tarik Cohen. He was, I think, a draft pick of the Bears like 5 or 6 years ago. And he had some very good years with them, including one where he landed in the Pro Bowl and on an all-pro team. But he has been injured and out of football for the last 2 years. So I honestly don't know what we can get out of him.